Hey, first of all, guys, we just saw some stuff from Real Steel, and it looks great. It really does. Now, a lot of sci-fi and futuristic films often try to have a human story, but inevitably, it often seems to get kind of flooded out by the spectacle of the sci-fi.
Yeah.
What was the key for both of you in balancing and emphasizing the human story against the spectacle of the sci-fi and the visual effects you guys have in this film?
Well, I feel like from day one, we never had any confusion about the priority. The priority was the human story. The priority was the emotion. The robots were going to be cool. They had to be badass and kick-ass, and they are all those things. But there wasn't one moment where, during our day, we would lose our way. We always knew this movie it does or dies, it makes or breaks on this human story.
Yeah, we always said you should be able, as cool and as amazing as the robot boxing looks, you should be able to substitute ping pong, horse racing. That shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
For the story should work on its own as a human story. These characters have been discarded. These characters have a second chance at life. That's something we can all relate to, and the pressure and the stakes of what that means, you know. And that's what I really loved about this. That's what we really focused on. And then Sean is brilliant with all this. He knows he's one of the few directors who can meld the emotional story with this incredible sort of visual feast, you know.
Now, both of you guys have a lot of experience in working with visual effects heavy films. Now, you mentioned in the presentation that there's some new stuff in here. What was new for you in working with visual effects in this film than in the other films you guys have worked on?
No green screen.
Yeah, no green screen. I mean, without getting too crazy techie for your audience, we did something that Jim Cameron invented on Avatar, and we took it to a different place. We did motion capture, which means we had boxers in data sensor jumpsuits. They fought with each other. We captured that. We turned them into robots. And then we went and shot the movie, and if I would line up a shot of Hugh, I would have the robot in the frame already. Normally on Wolverine, on X-Men, on Night at the Museum, it would be Hugh and emptiness. In this case, I was already seeing the motion-captured robot footage in the frame, live in real time with Hugh.
Do you think that helped your performance, being able to work in that kind of environment?
Without a doubt. It made it so much easier. And I mean, previously what we would do, I remember so many movies you're just guessing. So they would say, okay, there's going to be something flying over your head. So some point in the take, if you could just duck, and so you'd be doing your thing, and whoa, you duck, and then later, 6 months later, someone would animate something going over your head. But we knew exactly what was going on. I knew every fight inside out before we went there, and then Sean was seeing the fight with our actions.
And Hugh could do a take, come to the monitor, and see the scene. There's no guesswork. There's no faking. We also built real robots, and that was huge. Most movies now, a lot of movies, they're content to rely completely on visual effects because you can do anything now on a computer, so most movies do. We built 4 robots for real. And when you put a real, fully functional robot in a room with the actors, it's a completely different performance. There's a magic to it.
Now, here at CinemaCon, there's been an emphasis on celebrating the movie-going experience. Why is going to the movie theater still the best way to experience a film?
It's the real escape. It's the escape we want. You totally go into another world. I love going to movies on my own, going with my friends, going with my wife, all those different experiences. Nothing beats going to the movies, you know?
The anonymity of that dark room, the community within that darkness is, I think, a really great thing. And certainly for Real Steel, I've never made a movie that deserves the big screen more, because the spectacle of this is so kind of astounding that you don't want to reduce it to a television or a laptop.
Well, guys, congratulations again. It looks great. We can't wait to have it on AMC screens.
Thanks, man.
Take care.